When you pick up the glass, I call it positive eyebrow effect. When people pick up a glass and they encounter a wine or a food that they find interesting, their eyebrows kind of perk up. And you have this like effect where people say that it gets your attention. We don't want to take, wine is always in its best context at a meal with friends. We don't want to take away from that experience, but yet we want to make it livelier. We want to add energy to it. We want to enliven the conversation. We want to draw people back into the food, into the meal, and refresh their palates. And so that's part of the job of a good wine. It's not to steal the show, but to be a catalyst for a good evening. And in making the wine for Dancing Crow, how do we take this compelling site that has this beautiful black soil and these very distinctive vines and this kind of wonderful ambiance about it, where the fruit is getting this great sun contact, dappled shade, and it's get cool air off the lake, and it's get the benefit of the UV coming in, this beautiful sun in the area. I mean, Lake County is fantastic for ripening pears. It's fantastic for ripening fruit. Sauvignon Blanc is simply fruit, right? But part of great fruit isn't just sweet. It's the aromatics of it. It's the magic of flavor. And that's a thing that's hard to pin down. It's hard to quantify that. So many people want to pick things and harvest things based on numbers. And while the numbers can tell a story, it's just the framework. It's the binding for the book. It's not the word on the page. The thing that you'll remember the most are the flavors themselves. And that comes from the place. And it also comes from the right moment. Timing in life is so important. And as a winemaker, though, you can't be afraid to say, this is the moment, and then share that. And there are four big decisions in winemaking: when to pick, when to press, when to bottle, and when to release. So picking is the first decision. And so many people are wrapped up in those numbers that they're not paying attention to what the vines are saying. And if you listen to the vines, they'll tell you. So if you're out in the vineyard, you're walking through the vineyard, and you're tasting the grapes on a regular basis, and you have the vintages of experience, and you know what the weather is doing, and you're waiting for that moment where there's that compelling moment in the conversation, you say, this is what I want to share. And then you pick the grapes and bring them to the winery.